Hi, it's Gadget UK here again, back for an interesting one. I've been using this for, well, all year, and something's died here. I'm not sure if it's this, or this. And I'll just show you, it is not working. If I go into here, and show you the pad. So if I go, like, up, down, left, right, nothing. It's completely dead. Yeah, and it is connected there, it is just not doing anything. Now, I have had problems with this before, where the auto fire, or the slow-mo thing comes on here, which holds down start, or presses start, which means it messes up everything. I'm thinking it's that, so I'm going to start by taking this to pieces and cleaning this up. This has never been stripped down since I got this, actually, so yeah, there's a good chance it just needs a clean. So it's going to be some Phillips screws there, I think. I'm just going to get something a bit sturdier. Wow, those are tight. They're going to be machine tightened, aren't they, from factory? Looks a bit corroded, that, actually, as well. So, I don't know, you never know. Maybe there's something wrong with this. God, that is tight. So tight. And then we've got these little sticky things here, which, well, just seem ridiculous. Yeah, they look like they lift out. Look at that. It's like little solid rubber or solid plastic pieces there. So yeah, I'm marking this, but you know what? It's a cheap third-party thing. I'm not that fussed about making little marks on it. And it's a workhorse. It gets used every day with the Amiga. Yeah, so there's 5 of those in total. Oh, you can see that one shot out as I pressed into it. They're not the easiest things to get out, those, to be fair. I need to find that one on the floor. I'm not going to stick them back in anyway, so you know what, it's not a big deal. But anyway, let's get those 2 out as well. So really simple setup here, as you imagine it would be. It's just going to be the PCB with the silicons and things under here, isn't it? There's no screw holding that in. That's really tight in there. Quite why that's not lifting up. Oh, there we go, just stuck on there. Oop. Look at that button stuck on there. Yeah, just having a look at the contacts here. Yeah, they look a bit dirty. And there is some fluff and hair and stuff in there. PCB looks alright. Oh, hang on, it's a Blob chip. Oh, God, I can't believe that. It's going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be that blooming Blob chip. There's a piece of solder strewn over the connections here, look. You get inductive coupling when you've got things like that. I'm going to remove that. Yeah, anyway, just going to clean up with an IPA and cotton buds. It looks like you could swap the silicons out for other types of controllers here. You know, that looks like the Famicom PC Engine thing, and the buttons, yeah, you can just cut them out if they're joined together and put one of those in there to replace that. So this is the sort of pad that you could pretty easily swap out the silicons if yours is a bit fluffy. These are just like nickel, you know, some sort of nickel type coating or something there. They won't use silver. It would cost way too much in terms of manufacture costs. Yeah, it's the auto fire that's the main thing. But the thing with the auto fire, can you see it's little metal contacts here? So yeah, it's always been a bit spongy, this, and the key there is just to hold it down like that in the middle, and then just to carefully lift these, just raise them just marginally like that, and then when you put it back on the board it'll be much springier, because, well, that's one of the issues. I'm just going to clean with the IPA again on the top there and just inspect. You wouldn't want to do anything with them other than that, really. Yeah, they're still gold plated, they're fine. There's no oxidisation or anything on those. So yeah, having done that, I think we'll just get the other side of the cotton bud with some more IPA and just gently go over the surface of the carbonised bit. Then get a dry cotton bud and just have a wipe over them with a dry cotton bud. Alternatively, you could take them out, put them onto a piece of paper, squish them down, pull it along the paper just a little bit. Yeah, just blowing out all the bits of fluff and dust. Let's just carefully get that back in there over this pin. Hang on, I forgot one of them came out, didn't it? Yeah, there is one missing there, look. You've got to get that the right way up in terms of the Y. That's it. It's keyed anyway, that. It's got 2 holes on one side and 1 on the other, so you can't get it the wrong way around. And just do that remaining plunger that we haven't cleaned. Wet end, dry end. Get that back into there. And make sure those are all, yeah, see that's not sat into its channel. Oh. Amazing how far I'm having to rotate that round. Oh, there we go, it's sunk down. And the same with that one. Yeah. If you don't do that now, then obviously, yeah, this one here sort of overlaps onto the thing there. That's a bit of an annoying thing. Can you see that? The silica just like presses into this. Anyway, make sure those things are all flat. Try not to press the buttons here. There we go. Yeah, kind of a bit thicker there than you might expect, which is what keeps it down. The grommet back into position there. Get that back over. Could be the adapter from James that's died, I don't know. I'll have to feed back to him and let him know. And it could be that Blob chip on this controller. But what was weird there is, like I say, it was running. I was using it for, I don't know, several minutes, 10 minutes maybe. Got to about level 15 on Bubble Bobble. And then suddenly, the controller stopped working. I thought, oh no, there's a problem with the 4000, you know, like control ports or something, you know. CIA's died or some corrosion. That bit of plastic there where it kind of got just pressed, I'm just going to press like that just to level it. 4000 is on at the moment on the input test in you know, test kit. Let's just move these things out of the way. Let's go and give it a try. And surprisingly it is this, because how do I know that? I tried a different adapter, the prototype one that James sent me. So I think his adapters are alright. I think this Megadrive pad has just died. I would have never believed that was a thing. Considering I was just holding it, it wasn't getting knocked, it wasn't getting banged. All it's doing is passing buttons over. Yeah, and it's died. It has died. I guess the logical thing to do is check the cable, but I don't think that could be the problem. Maybe power is not getting across to it, but I don't know. Maybe I should just check this to see if there's any passive components on there that are bad. I don't know, cap, short cap or something like that. It's really weird though. I wouldn't have expected that at all. You see, there's no electrolytics in this. We've got 1K resistor, 3K3 resistor. Don't smell anything charred. 104, you know, 104 cap there, that's 100 nanofarad. So, I don't know, it's got to be that, hasn't it? I mean, how would it be the wire? How would it be the wire? The PCB looks solid. Well, I guess we should just run through the basics, really. Test connectivity over the cable. Oh, so annoying, they're going to have to go and buy another Megadrive controller. That's not what I expected. I would have thought this would last for decades. Certainly because all the silicons are swappable. But, well, there we go. These cheap ones have got these crap things on. That's 3K3. And that measures alright. That one there's, I think, 1K, isn't it? Let's measure that one. Can't believe one of those would have gone open circuit. That's 1K. Let's just test that ceramic cap. I doubt that's anything to do with it. Yeah, there's no direct short, not even getting any resistance measuring that way around. Swap the probes we may do, just because, yeah, it's like a diode drop almost. Like, I think that's you know, just across the power rails to this Blob chip. So I don't know. Could try heating that Blob chip with some heat maybe. I think before I do that, I should test the wire. But I mean, how would the wire fail when it was in use? Do you know what I mean? I wasn't like moving it around or anything. It was just like all work, and suddenly not. What can sometimes happen though is the wire can get damaged in a particular, you know, maybe the 5-volt wire, and it's down to one single strand, and that one strand is just connected, and the current going through it acts like a fuse, and eventually it just gives way, or the slightest movement and that one strand breaks. So you never know. Maybe it is a connectivity thing. So let's just, we've got them all here. I think all 9 are used, aren't they, on the Megadrive? So let's start there and work out where that is. There we go. So that one's joined. Let's find the next one. Yeah, that one's joined. And the last one. That's it. So the wire's all alright. So logic says it's got to be that, unless there is a damaged trace somewhere. It's hard to believe. I thought I was just going to enjoy a lunch playing for a change, because I've been working that much. It's ridiculous. Yeah, like that there. Is this a break? Is this a break, or is this just a solder mask? Do you know that? That might be a break. No, it's not. It's just a bit of corrosion. Yeah, probably need to get some solder mask paint on there now. I don't even think I need to measure that, but let's measure it anyway, because you know what, it does look a bit funny in the middle. Let's just try and measure over it, which is yeah, always a fun thing. Yeah, I don't think there's an issue there. That's just like some fluff or something on the thing there. There's our blob chip. Just looking at the connections going in and out of that. I don't see anything, really. I know we've got flux around these solder points, but what are those solder points? Oh, it's like wire links. Yeah, we've got some wire links, you know, like that try, you know, join things up. So I guess, yeah, those could be an issue if they're fractured or something like that. Those wires look awful, don't they? Just looking to see if any of them are shorting against each other, but no, I don't think so. And then there's just the traces that come down here like this. There's the bit we scratched. So, don't know. It's got to be that. It's got to be that, hasn't it? Something must have just finally died there. Right, I'm sure this will have no bearing whatsoever, but I'm just going to turn the airflow down, temperature right up. Going to go right up to 400 degrees. Yeah, got to 420. The best way to potentially try and fix something like that with hot air, if you want to dare, is from the underside. So if I just move these wires out of the way, hang on, like that, and I'm going to try and just heat here like this, because the bonds to that chip are on the PCB. Yeah, if you heat the epoxy side of it, well, it's generally a fruitless exercise. You can make it, and this is one technique to, you know, cut into that top epoxy there, that black stuff, is if you heat it from the top and heat it. Oh, there we go, it's started laminating there, I think. Yeah, can you see that bubble? It's got a bubble on top. That might not be a bad thing though, because it might swell and press up. I'm just going to heat from the top. The worst case is this doesn't work. I can hear that bottom bit there bubbling. Anyway, there's no traces on the inside, it's a single-sided board. So let's just give it a bit of a blast from the top as well. I can smell it, can you hear it? Yeah, the board is taking offence to that. Anyway, just let that cool, and we'll just give it a try. If that doesn't work, I'm going to strip it for parts. I might try and grind into that thing just to see if we can see anything, but you can never fix those generally. And we can use all the silicons to fix something else, and I'll just have to buy another controller. It's blooming annoying, but I guess this is what you get when you buy, you know, some of the third-party ones that are a bit cheaper. You won't get those blob chips on the Sega ones, I don't think. Maybe some of the very latest, the later ones they did before they stopped making the Megadrive, but from my memory, they all have like a dip IC on them or something, I think. And the amazing thing is it actually come back to life. I can go right, up, down, can't go left. Yeah, left does not do anything. And I can do A, hang on, I can do B, I can do C. not A. I'm going to hold down start, maybe it's in the wrong mode. No, I can't change mode, so start's not working either. So this is the problem with it. Some of the connections are not joined. Maybe a result of the delamination there. But heating it does seem to have, well, done something, because it's not completely dead now. It was dead before, it couldn't do anything. So yeah, it's that blob chip. I'm going to give it one more reheat just in case. Yeah, what I mean is on the adapter from James there, if I was to hold down start, that should flash, and it's not doing. You just can't get into the configuration mode. Right, I took it to pieces and heated it a second time. You can see I've just, and I thought the camera was on, it wasn't, it was off. I've just heated here. Can you see we've got a bit of a blob there? This was the delamination that occurred just after 10 seconds of heating there at 400C. So I would suggest on a PCB like this, you can see what style it is. These are so cheap, and because it's single-sided, you need very little in the way of heat, and there's no through holes or anything on these. So maybe 300 degrees C or less is where your starting point should be. And you don't want the delamination, but I mean, after having delaminated it here, it did spring back to life, but we're missing some buttons still. So will having heated here to try and even the pressure make any difference? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let's give that a try. And the amazing thing is, if I hold down start, see it flash? Yeah? And if I just press start to accept a mode, I can go left now, up, down, right, 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's in the second, up to jump mode. And so I've put it back into the first mode. Hang on. That's it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 3-button mouse on a 3-button pad. It's working. Haha. So yeah, I just needed to heat that blob chip. Fantastic. And you know, the thing that was puzzling me, and no longer because I've just worked it out, how was it working then and not working? Well, blob chip, yeah, the blob chip is, let me think about it, somewhere here, yeah? As you're pressing the directions with anger, you're putting pressure on the PCB, you get flexions in the actual PCB surface. So it stands to reason that a blob chip on a controller is probably one of the worst implementations of that type of chip you could do, because, you know, you're using the system all the time, you know, using the controls and flexing that board. But anyway, it's working, so we'll see after a cold start tomorrow. I'll use it for a week or two and I'll report back, but right now it seems solid. But I did warp the PCB on the underside there, which that's probably what's fixed it. And the first time we only had half of it working, and then I redid it on the side where I hadn't warped it. So yeah, under there now it's just like this giant blob of melted PCB where it's forcing the PCB up slightly, putting pressure on the fine bond wires, and it seems to be working. But these are the sorts of things that are also subject to drops, knocks. It has been dropped on the floor a lot of times, but not today. It was just being used, everything worked, suddenly it stopped. No whacks, bangs, knocks, drops or anything at that point in time. So I'll try it again, what I was trying to do, which is to just have a break for a bit and play a bit of Tiny Bobble. I mean, even the fire button had stopped working before, it just dead, it was completely dead. I've just remembered it's not in the same mode it was before. Let me just put it up a mode on the fire, there we go. Now I can press the B button to jump. That's how I like it in this game. I like being able to press B like that. I suspect to be a short-lived repair. I reckon when this is freezing cold in here, it's going to stop working. Or it may stop working just as a result of using it like I was doing before, you know, putting pressure on the direction pad. Because I could hack this controller, now I think about it. You know, I could hack a chip on there to do the same thing, so I might do that. We might revisit this and just try and fix this with some sort of bodge. Because all that's going on is some, I think it's multiplexing, isn't it? You've only got like a number, you know, a limited number of data connections, but you've got a lot of buttons, so yeah, it's just replicating that simple bit of logic there to make sure all of the button data is passed across, I think. Just got that pineapple. Round and round and round we go on the water. It's so easy, this game, once you work out all the routes. Yeah, so you can see I did make some little marks here on the underside trying to get those bung things out on those three, because these were visible, those ones were blocked with a bit of rubbery plasticky stuff. But it's a third party one, but yeah, 24th week of 1997. I'm amazed I managed to get this working again. Was it the delamination that did it? It could be, because when you delaminate, you saw it was swelled out, bulged on the bottom side. That same thing's going to pass through to the top side, so the top side of the PCB is going to be pressed right up towards that blob chip. So yeah, I don't know, so maybe delaminating it like that is the way to go on something so cheap, because otherwise it's just going to go in the bin. But what I could do is revisit this and bodge some 7/4 series or a GAL or something, or a combination of the two chips onto that PCB and wire up my own bit of logic there just to pass the data across. I don't know, might do that. So watch this space. But this is a week later and it still works. I've been using this every day for a week, expecting one of the cold starts in the morning to find it doesn't work, but it does. Anyway, I do hope you found that interesting. If you'd like to support the channel, please see the Coffee and Patreon links down below. I'll catch you in the next video.